So similar to the previous video, we are going to look at sketching a linear graph. This time it's going to be in the form y equals mx plus c, so almost identical with just a little tweak at the end. Okay, again, these are functions that we've looked at already, they're equations that we've seen, we have constructed them, we did them before. Now we just want to look at how can we use that equation to come up with some kind of graph. So in order to find the graph, we're going to do it the exact same way as we did before. Okay, we're going to use the equation to help us construct a table of values. Okay, so just like before, we need to pick at least 3 x values to do. Now you can, in theory, pick any values for x that you want, but we're going to try and pick values that are close to 0 because that's where we cross our axes over, and that's where the axis starts. Okay, it wouldn't make sense for us to pick really high numbers there because then we'd have to draw really long axes in order to get to that point. Okay, so I've gone for 4 values from -1 up to 2. And what I need to do is find the corresponding y value for each of these, plot the points, join them up, and hopefully create another straight line. Okay, so once again, I need to draw out some axes so that I can plot my points somewhere. So my first x value is -1. So this time the equation is a little bit different. There's a wee extra bit added on the end. Okay, so when x is -1, I can find y by doing 2 times -1 plus 1. So 2 times -1 is -2, plus 1 is -1. And so once again, my table of values are going to produce coordinates in the form x, y. Right? Remember, that's the form our coordinates take. So looking here, the first pair of coordinates, first set of coordinates, is going to be -1, -1. And again, I can plot that on the graph that I've drawn. When x is 0, what am I going to get for y? Well, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And so that gives me the set of coordinates 0, 1. And again, I can plot that on my graph. Thirdly, when x is 1, I can substitute that in. What's 2 times 1? It's 2, plus 1 gives me 3. So I get the coordinates 1, 3, again, plotting that on my graph. And lastly, when x is 2, I can do 2 times 2, which is 4, plus another 1 is 5, and that gives me a set of coordinates of 2, 5. So I can plot that, and again, now that I've plotted them, I can see that it does make a straight line. Okay, so I've put them in the right place, the things that I've got have worked, and what I need to do now is draw a line through them and join them up. Okay, and again, what we can see is that is the pattern that we are getting produced from this equation.